This is Valley News Live at noon.
Breaking news. Authorities in Becker County are investigating a trail derailment. The Sheriff's Department says it happened west of Frazee this morning. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley just got to the scene. Bailey, what do you know so far?
Well, the good news right now is that there's no injuries reported. The bad news is it's going to take a long time to clean up this train derailment here just west of Frazee. I just spoke with a deputy, a Becker County Sheriff's deputy who's here on scene, and I asked him how many cars he thought could be involved in this. His answer, a lot. He says they expect to be here for quite a long time cleaning up all of the cars that were involved in this. To kind of rewind how we got here, the Becker County Sheriff's Office says they were called just before 9 o'clock this morning. I'm here on Indy 500 Road and Frazee Road. Sheriff Todd Glander says it was an eastbound train that derailed. At this time, they don't know what happened, what led to that derailment, and that at this time, it appears that there was a westbound train that was parked, and that eastbound derailment then derailed the westbound. Again, they do not know what led up to those derailments. BNSF is here on scene trying to clean this up. At this time, both train tracks have been shut down. Just on my way from Fargo to Frazee, I saw two trains just stopped heading east, rather. One is in DL right now on Washington, and that's impacting some of those intersections. One was just a little bit west of Audubon, also impacting some intersections. So if you are going to a friend's going home, do expect there may be some travel delays as those trains are stopped. They have nowhere to go right now. BNSF says they are working hard to make sure that this is cleaned up as quick as possible. We'll continue to keep you updated here on the scene. For now, live in Frazee, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Thanks, Bailey. We'll share any updates we get onto our website at valleynewslive.com. It may look great outside, but don't let that fool you. Temperatures are expected to remain chilly for the rest of the day. Let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green with a quick look at the weather. Lisa?
Yeah, tough time to be out there. Bailey all bundled up there, and of course crews working to clean up are going to be facing some cold temperatures here. Looking outside this afternoon in Fargo, we've got that beautiful blue sky, but yes, it is cold. 4 below right now in Fargo, 11 below in Grand Forks, so still in the double digits below zero there, trying to work our way up. Jamestown's at 0, Bemidji checking in at just 8 under, and we're looking at 3 above in Fergus Falls. So some places are starting to see numbers climb above zero, but most spots are at least feeling like we're below zero. We're looking at wind chills into the 20s below up north still. The advisories have expired, but it's still pretty chilly, especially in that northern valley area. Grand Forks, it feels more like 25 below. Wind starting to turn southerly. That's going to affect your wind chills with our temperatures as low as they are, but that south wind also starting to usher in some milder air ahead of this next round of winter weather coming our way. Here is that clipper. I've been watching it all morning now, and it's going to continue advancing its way toward North Dakota, toward the Red River Valley here heading into tonight. There are also some areas where we've had some clouds starting to push in, and even a few flakes in central North Dakota. That's mainly stayed out of our viewing area, the flaky activity, but I can't rule it out for some places in the west before the main part of this system moves in. So here for Fargo, our planner looking rather chilly. We may just be one of those spots that hits 0 or a degree or 2 above that. But overall, we're looking at some pretty chilly conditions. Winds will be southerly again, and they'll start to pick up little by little heading into tonight. So by 10 o'clock, we've got steady speeds into the teens, and gusts will start to go up with that. And that's when we're starting to see that snow move in with this clipper. It'll move in sooner than that in our western communities and then spread through the valley through the overnight hours. So first alert weather day heading into your Friday, because once we get that snow, a fresh coating of snow, that wind really gets going into your Friday, and that's when we're looking at another day where wind and snow combining could lead to some tough travel for a lot of folks. We're talking the potential for blizzard conditions. So more details on this to come in your hour by hour planner. We'll take a look at when things will improve as well coming up in your forecast.
Thanks, Lisa. I'm really looking forward to things improving.
We need a break from all of this. So I'll let you know if we've got that coming.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Gruesome details are emerging about the death of a 6-year-old child in Kansas City this week. Police allege a 35-year-old woman decapitated the child and the family dog, telling them she believed the devil was trying to attack her. Police got a call from her on Tuesday night saying someone was trying to hurt her. When officers arrived at her home, they found the murder scene and evidence of the killings. Hapes is in jail without bond for murder. Happening right now, family and friends of 22-year-old Amir Locke will be gathering today for his funeral. Locke was killed by Minneapolis police during a no-knock search warrant earlier this month. Locke was shot just before 7 a.m. on February 2nd, just seconds after officers used a key to enter an apartment, then shouted their presence. Family members called Locke's killing an execution and are demanding that lawmakers ban no-knock warrants statewide. A former Minneapolis police officer charged in George Floyd's killing says he deferred to Derek Chauvin during Floyd's arrest because Chauvin was his senior officer and that's what he had been trained to do. J. Alexander King testified yesterday in the civil rights trial going on in St. Paul. He's the second officer to take the witness stand in this trial. King says he was concerned about officers' inability to stop Floyd from thrashing around as they tried to arrest him, and that when Thomas Lane suggested changing the restraint, Chauvin disagreed. King is expected to pick up with prosecutors on cross-examination today. King, Toe, and Thomas Lane are all accused of depriving George Floyd of medical care. Coming up at noon, how the ongoing crisis between Russia and Ukraine can impact people's wallets in the U.S. But next, we'll talk about blizzard-like conditions that could be heading our way.
Watch